talk, everybody listen. Say hate, hate, hate cookie. Latest gossip, television shows, yeah, you know I'm spilling. Reading them documents, facts don't lie. Tune in, drop it in the chat, don't be shy. And let's talk about it. Welcome to Tater Tot Lane, come ride with me. Hot tea, real talk, yeah, that's the key. So tune in, let's talk about it.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Y'all, I am here for a quick little segment of what in the world is going on, child? Because this can't be right. Here we go with the bush. Y'all, here we go with the bush. Okay. And y'all, Cookie want to come on here to let y'all know that she is no longer homeless and she got them apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, The whole club was looking at her. Say period, fools. Okay. Cookie said you won't keep her down. You can't keep a good batch down for long. Get on over there, Cookie, mind your business. Child, Cookie, get a damn legal talk. Child, but everything on the channel is alleged in my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. Okay, y'all know this Carmelo Anthony case has gotten everybody in a chokehold in quite the pickle. Okay, all that stuff that's been coming out, it's not making sense. And y'all know I love me some Judge Judy. And when she say when a shit don't make sense, it means the shit ain't true. Something ain't right. Something not right. Okay? Now, we know that Carmelo, allegedly said that, he did it. And honestly, I believe that he tried to do it, which, is stab or poke, as some people might say, Austin Metcalf. But I have a couple concerns, okay? I have a couple concerns, and this should not add up, okay? So I was listening to this attorney on YouTube, and, she was playing the recordings. She got the recordings, okay? And she was playing the recordings of, the 911 calls, which piqued my interest because I'm like, let me listen to them again because I had heard them before, but I hadn't heard it like I had heard it. And when I, was commenting in the comment section, somebody in the comment section made a revelation, and I go back to re-listen, and I hear the shit. So these are a couple things that I'm questioning right now. That if Carmelo even stabbed him, and this why I'm feeling like maybe he really didn't. He probably just thought he was and didn't do shit. Okay, he ain't even pinched the batch. Okay, because I just find it hard to believe that he told them when they, start having their little exchanges and shit like that. He told Austin or Hunter, whichever one that, he was having the back and forth with, because it was, of course, more than one guy on him, that he was still sitting down and they were standing hovering over him and, trying to get him to leave or whatever. Why? We don't know. We don't know why they wanted him to leave so bad. I don't know if he maybe pooted over there on the benches or some shit and they think he was stank. We don't know. All we know is that they seemed like they was trying to be bullies and make him leave when they didn't have any good reason to want him to leave. Like, they acknowledged that it was raining, it had been bad weather and all that stuff. So what the fuck is the problem with him just sitting there? Like, he was just sitting there. Y'all came over there fucking with him. He was just sitting there under the bleachers. And from my understanding, there was a father that came out that said that his daughters was under that bleacher too. And they didn't go to this damn Memorial High School either. So I wonder why his daughters wasn't harassed and bullied and stalked by these damn gang of damn guys. Okay. So I just find it hard to believe that once they have their back and forth exchange, and Carmelo said that don't put your fucking hands on me, and we know that when somebody say like, "Oh, you gonna put your hands on me," that means that the person hit them. Okay, we've heard it plenty of times, especially in the African American community, when if let's say if a guy and a girl is having a dispute and he haul off and put his hands on her, meaning he fucking hit her. That's what we mean. And when we say, "Oh, you don't put your hands on me," really? That means you hit me. If I say, "Don't fucking you," he put his hands on me, he touched me, that means that person hit me. We also know that when you tell a person, "Touch me," and you gonna find out what the fuck gonna happen, that means that if you touch me, it's gonna be some consequences and reap a motherfucking cushions. That don't mean you're being aggressive with them, because in order for your words to be aggressive, that means that the person had to threaten physical harm to you. So if somebody say, "I'm gonna smack the shit out of your ass," you said, "Do it and watch what the fuck happens." That means that if you get aggressive, physically aggressive with me, I'm gonna counter that shit with some shit. I'm coming back on your ass. Okay? That's what that means. So that's not me being aggressive to them, because they initiated the aggressive thought by even saying they was going to do something to me or put their hands on me. So even when they keep saying about it was a push and all that type of shit, what was he trying to do? Push him down the bleachers? Because he wanted him to leave. No matter what his reasoning for it was, he wanted him to leave. So I'm quite sure he didn't just give him a love tap, because that wasn't going to force him to leave. He tried to physically violate him and make him leave. Or when he said he wasn't going to leave, they were going to beat his ass. And that's what I believe that he told him, that he was going to beat his ass. And that's what the daddy said on one of the panels on TikTok. And, he tried to backtrack it after the person said, "Oh, so he said that he'll make his ass leave?" The daddy said it. I ain't said it. The daddy said that's what he said. Okay. So with that being said, I find it hard to believe that when Hunter said that Austin grabbed his aggressively, so he's starting the aggression, he aggressively grabbed his backpack. Now, if Carmelo was saying he had something in that backpack that was going to shut all this down, why would they give it back to him? Unless they had some shit too. Because word on the curb is they were saying like, "I'm from Fresno or whatever, and this and that, this Fresco," and you know how people claim they said where they the hood they from, So I find it strange that again that he would grab his backpack, because he was saying that he believed he had shit in that motherfucker, and then give it back to him if he knew that a weapon was in there, this dangerous knife. I find that hard to believe. Now, I don't even want to get into the thing about why he had a knife or whatever, because they never really made that clear why he had it. But to me, it really don't fucking matter, because no one would have knew he had it if they hadn't been bullying him. I mean, people's hands are dangerous weapons. Knives are used for more than unaliving people. It can be used for that, just like your hands could be used for that. I could take this earring off and poke you somewhere, and that might unalive you. that don't mean that because I have an earring in my ear that's what, that's what I intend to do with it. I could be out there playing basketball or baseball and somebody come up on me and run up on me and I hit them with a bat and unalive them. That don't mean that, because I had the bat that, that automatically makes me wrong. No, I had to use it as a deadly weapon in this case because I was in fear of my life or extreme harm. Right? So that doesn't matter because I feel like it was more than one person that had a knife because I'm that's just me. And I am damn near 50 years old. So, but I'm just going to say, I'm not going to, if I'm sitting around bullying somebody, one person, I got my crew with me, my gang is with me. Okay. I'm not going to snatch their belongings, see what they got a weapon in there, and then give them the shit back. And then proceed to do whatever I said I was going to do to them, and they told me not to, or they going to use what they got in that backpack. I'm not going to do all that. Okay. Now, if I got some shit on me, I got the heat on me too, then we might do a exchange of the exchanges. But so I think more than one knife came out or a tool or a poker or whatever. I think more than one came out at this moment. So I want to listen to this 911 call so we can get to the bottom of this, because I feel like nobody has heard this before, no big outlets or nothing. Okay, let me see here. And shout out to the Lawyer Reacts. She's here on YouTube. Please make sure you subscribe to her channel. Okay. She's a lawyer, of course, and she gives commentary on this here subject. Now I want y'all to listen. Let me start the 911 call. And this is from a guy. His name on the police call is Mason, but I thought he said his name was Nathan, but that could be just what we hearing. But I digress. Here we go.
First County 911. What is the location of the emergency?
Hi, we're at Kuykendall Stadium. My friend just got stabbed.
Okay. Do you know who stabbed him?
We have no clue. He was sitting.
Problem number one. She asked, did he know who stabbed him? He said they had no clue. No clue. Even though the daddy said that when Hunter told him what happened, the daddy said that Hunter told him when they came up, they was like, who was you? And he was like, I'm Mello. And it seems like this young man was there with them. Okay.
In our tent, but you need to send an ambulance right now.
They're on the way, okay? Give me a description of the person that stabbed him.
He was wearing a gray Essentials hoodie. He was black. He's standing up.
Now, he said he had an Essentials hoodie on, not a Centennial hoodie. Okay, the daddy said he had a Centennial hoodie on, not an Essentials hoodie, gray Essential hoodie.
I'm on the track right now.
He's standing on the track?
Yeah.
Okay.
His blue sweatpants on and gone.
Okay, what did he stab your friend with?
I don't know. My friend's blue.
You see that? He said he didn't know what he stabbed him with. And also, out of the 21 witnesses that they have, most of the kids that was there that testified, all of them said that they didn't see the actual stab. And I find that strange because what the fuck was y'all doing? What were y'all doing that y'all was so occupied that you didn't see him stab? Because y'all acting like y'all walked up to him, told him to leave. He said no, he refused to leave. Y'all told him 14 more times, and he said no 14 additional times. And some aggressive words were exchanged, but y'all don't remember what they was. Y'all just know the words was aggressive. And then Austin, touched him, and then he just, you know, stabbed him. All y'all was standing there, but none of y'all know, none of y'all seen the actual stab. He's right here. He's saying he doesn't know what he was stabbed with.
Everywhere.
Okay.
He said he's bleeding everywhere. And y'all remember I showed y'all the picture of Carmelo with the hands. His hands didn't have any blood on them. The only thing he had on his hands was a little prick on his finger that showed it looks like where he might have cut himself when he had the knife when he fell off down at the thing. That's the only blood that was on him. It was no other blood on him. Let me see if I can pull that picture up really quick. Maybe I had it on. Not sure from my email. Let's see. This wasn't it. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Let me show you this here. Here. So here is his fingers right here. This is his hands. This is sweatshirt and stuff. You see it's still wet from the rain. His socks are still pure white. His shoes is white. He don't even have it on the bottom of his shoe, any blood or anything. And this is the only cut that he had on his hand. See that? Other than that, this is not, he said his friend was bleeding everywhere. And this is all Carmelo has. And I think that's from his own poker. When he fell, he cut himself. Okay, so let's continue.
Where was he stabbed at?
On the chest.
Okay. And do you still see the person that stabbed him, or did he leave?
When it was Austin. Austin got stabbed in the chest. I'm sorry, what did you say?
The person that stabbed him, is he still there? Do you still see him?
There's adults on him, I think. Yeah.
Okay, what did he stab your friend with?
I don't know. My friend's bleeding everywhere.
Okay. Where was he stabbed at?
On the chest.
Okay. And do you still see the person that stabbed him, or did he leave?
When it was Austin. Austin got stabbed in the chest.
That's the part I wanted y'all to hear. Didn't he say Austin got stabbed instead? And then the friends in the back say, no, no, no. I'm going to play it slower, okay? I'm going to go back a pinch because this is given that he said that Austin got stabbed instead. I know this says the caption says chest, but I don't know. Let me go. Too slow.
Chest.
Okay. And do you still see the person that stabbed him, or did he leave?
It was the officer. Officer got stabbed in the chest. I'm sorry, what did you say?
See there? I'm gonna play that again because it sounded like he said Austin got stabbed instead, and not Austin got stabbed in the chest. He already told her he got stabbed in that he got stabbed in the chest. And the friend's like, no.
Well, I don't know. My friend's bleeding everywhere.
Okay. Where was he stabbed at?
The chest.
Okay. And do you still see the person that stabbed him, or did he leave?
It was the officer. The officer got stabbed in the chest. I'm sorry, what did you say?
The person.
What do y'all think about that? Because to me, it sounded like he said Austin got stabbed instead. Not in the chest. Instead. Instead of what? Or instead of who? And the friends in the back is telling him, no. Like, don't say that shit. Because we showed y'all the video of the guys after the stabbing going into the trash can, throwing stuff away. Like, my friend just got stabbed. I'm not trying to tidy up the area. I'm trying to save his life. So that's just strange to me. And it also comes into play with how they're bringing out now, because y'all know that his attorneys have, the new dream team of his have filed these motions for a new trial for the judge to recuse himself and all of that stuff. The judge did deny he's not going to recuse himself. That judge is going to be a fucking asshole. And why he don't want to recuse himself, I believe because he don't want another judge looking at that shit and being like, what the fuck is this? Y'all know that they say he has the transcripts and all that stuff that haven't been transcribed yet. All the stuff from the trial is locked in his office. No one can see it. Why? If you're going to be transparent about whatever's going on, or your courtroom, if it was ran in such honor and integrity, what is the problem with showing the stuff now to the public? You limited the public during the trial, but now you're still limited things that's coming out. Why? But you're doing interviews while the case is actively in appeal, saying that you feel like the jury got it right. So you already feel that he's guilty. So you can't have an unbiased trial with this guy again. Like, what the fuck? Why wouldn't you just go ahead and recuse yourself to get this shit over with and let somebody else deal with it? And I do find it strange that the judge that gave him that bond, the first lady, she was an African-American lady, that they doxed that she had so many damn death threats because she lowered his bond and all that shit. But yet, this judge didn't get any of that. He didn't get any of that. Why? Because he probably was on their team, in my opinion. He was on their team. He knew what they was about to do. And since that boy just said that Austin got stabbed instead, it's given that they railroaded Carmelo. I think he thought that he's, stabbed him. I think he honestly thought that he stabbed him. But they said in December of 2024, he had just had surgery on his shoulder or something like that. And the way that they said that knife went into him and did all hit bone and all that shit in his chest, he wouldn't have been able to have that kind of force with just having that surgery on him just months prior. I think they were scuffling and he pulled his knife out and tried to stab him, but I don't think he actually stabbed him. I think Austin probably fell on one of the knives that the boys had under there, that one of them had. And I honestly think it might have been Hunter. I think he told his daddy exactly what the fuck happened. And I think that they are trying to cover this shit up because someone did pass as a result of them assaulting one person. And during that assault, which is a crime, someone passed away. So all of them were supposed to be charged with the murder, not the one that was doing the self-defense. I just find all of this strange. I find all of this strange. They came out with these scenarios in the beginning when this stuff first happened. The next day, the mother and the father and Hunter was out doing interviews. This is your twin. I don't think I could do it. I don't think that I can do this. My twin? Identical twin? I don't think that I will be able to do this. And then lying about him dying in the brother's arms. They were getting this narrative out to the media first. Like they were saying, to tank the jury pool. So that people already have this sob story, this notion in their head about what happened. And this is what happened. He died in his brother's arm when he died at the hospital. So they made all of that up. And why? Why are y'all making up? If he did this stuff, why? What's the reason for all this stuff that y'all making up? It doesn't even make any damn sense for y'all to have to make something up if he was truly guilty. This boy said that Austin got stabbed instead. And they like, no, don't say that. Don't say that. Let me let y'all hear it again.
He was wearing a gray essentials hoodie. He was black. He's standing there on the track right now.
He's standing on the track.
Yeah.
Okay.
His blue sweatpants on and gone.
Okay, what did he stab your friend with?
I don't know. My friend's bleeding everywhere.
Okay.
Now, if he was up there or whatever the case may be, then he would have known that Austin that Carmelo said he had a knife in the bag, or what's Austin showed he had the bag, so he would have seen what was in it. So the ones that was up there, they would have seen it. So what did he mean he didn't know what he got stabbed with?
Where was he stabbed at?
The chest.
Okay. And do you still see the person that stabbed him, or did he leave?
It was Austin. Austin stabbed him in the chest. I'm sorry, what did you say?
The person that stabbed him, is he still there? Do you still see him?
There's adults on him, I think. Yeah.
There's adults that are trying to keep him there?
Sorry, what?
The person that stabbed your friend, is he still there?
Yeah, he's still here.
Okay, and
He's with the coach.
there's a coach with him?
Yes, he's with us. People got him.
Okay. Do you know if he still has the weapon on him?
No clue, but he's like he can't do nothing. He's done.
What do you mean?
He stabbed Austin Metcalf in the chest. What?
What do you mean he can't do anything? What's going on with him?
Coaches have him, he can't hurt anyone.
Okay, when you say they have him, are they physically holding him?
They was setting this up from right now. He's done. What you mean he's done? But you don't know what he stabbed him with, or you don't know none of this.
Down?
No, they're just holding him walking around.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all heard that? Austin tried to make a move. Y'all hear that in the background? Let me slow that one down.
Okay. What's your name?
Nathan Nordyke.
What's your last name? Nathan.
Let me go back.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your last name?
Nordyke.
Okay. And do you see
Why is it not going back?
any of the responders there yet?
We hear the sirens, but
Okay.
the coach just sent us out. We're all walking to our buses.
Okay. So you're going to get on a bus right now?
Oh, I'm pushing the wrong thing. 1 second. I'm like, why the hell is shit not going back? Okay, let me go back to slow it down. And then and it looks like he intentionally gave the wrong name.
Yes, he's with us. People got him.
Okay. Do you know if he still has the weapon on him?
No clue, but he's he can't do nothing. He's done.
What do you mean?
He stabbed Austin Metcalf in the chest. What?
What do you mean he can't do anything? What's going on with him?
Coaches have him, he can't hurt anyone.
Okay, when you say they have him, are they physically holding him down?
Where the fuck would you? Where you care if they holding them down or not? Just get the damn boy some help. Shit.
No, they're just holding him walking around.
Okay.
Okay.
He was under our seat. Austin tried to make a move.
Y'all hear that? Austin tried to make a move. What move?
No clue, but he's he can't do nothing. He's done.
What do you mean?
He stabbed Austin Metcalf in the chest. What?
What do you mean he can't do anything? What's going on with him?
Coaches have him, he can't hurt anyone.
Okay, when you say they have him, are they physically holding him down?
No, they're just holding him walking around.
Okay.
Y'all listen.
Okay.
He was under our seat. Austin tried to make a move.
Okay. What's your name?
Nathan Nordyke.
What's your last name? Nathan.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your last name?
Nordyke.
Oh, so she did call him Nathan and he responded to it. He didn't say my name is Mason. He responded to Nathan. She clearly said Nathan.
Okay. And do you see any of the responders there yet?
We hear the sirens, but
Okay.
the coach just sent us out. We're all walking to our buses.
Okay. So you're going to get on a bus right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And why? Why are they allowed to leave and go on a bus? Shouldn't all that just be shut down at this moment? Shouldn't all that shit be shut down and nobody is leaving this motherfucker? Like, it's not given that anything was, no proper shit was followed, because we see the guys going back and forth to that trash can. Then we seen one video where the guy kind of like knocked the trash can. The trash can was like laid down. He like picked it up, went in there, walked off, came back and went back in the damn trash can. Why is all these people going in this damn trash can? For what? For what? So even like with this, I'm believing more than ever that Carmelo probably just think that he stabbed him, and maybe he really didn't stab him. And again, with that type of force, with him in that surgery, I don't think that he would have had the physical capacity to do it and do it that much to where it would really unalive him like that. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment sections, because it's given that guy said Austin got stabbed instead. And the guys that was over there was like, no, don't say that. So I want to know, instead of who? Were they trying to stab Carmelo and made a mistake and stabbed him? Because all of these stories, all of these sob stories that they're coming out with, like, the story would have been tragic on its own if it would have went down the way that they're saying it went down. The story is already tragic like that. Why are y'all adding shit onto it? Why add all this sauce onto it? It doesn't make any sense, which means that there's something that they're hiding or that they're trying to cover up. And I believe that Carmelo is the sacrificial lamb to this shit to protect all of those other kids, because that means that instead of one kid going to jail, it would have been the other ones that was up there with them that was engaged in the bullying and all that type of shit. And even with the new motion that the judge, that his dream team of lawyers and came out with, they got the prosecution and his attorney doing secret motherfucking deals and shit off the record. All of this stuff is going on in Judge Roach's fucking damn backyard, and he don't know any of this stuff that's going on. He don't know anything about these secret deals that's going on. You don't want any cameras in there, no audio recording in there. You haven't had anything from the court transcribed yet. You won't hand it over to the defense team unless they agree to not repeat it to anybody. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, he's literally running a fucking muck. Why do they have to make this agreement? Do everybody that come in your case that want an appeal and all that stuff and want the transcript, do they have to wait on you to give it to, like, are you going to physically transcribe them yourself? Why is this stuff not available to the public? It's not giving transparency, but yet you're doing interviews and promoting a fucking book, which you've already been sanctioned for using your courtroom as your own personal playground before already. And then we've got this stuff with secret deals going on with the court, the prosecution, and the defense counsel that withdrew from the case same day or next day, same day. We ain't heard from him since. We shouldn't have even heard from the damn attorney. From the judge. He shouldn't be speaking about this case, especially since he knows it's in appeal status. So I think they sacrificed Carmelo to save all of those other kids. You're not going to get anybody to believe that none of them kids recorded anything. I think they was about to beat his ass, and Eddie was recording it. I think they were going to record them beating his ass. And he said, not today. Not today. And I think he attempted to defend himself. But I don't think he really even stabbed him because he didn't even have any blood on him. Like, look at his hands. This is his hands. The police took a picture of this for a reason. And we seen him with the police walking him to the car and all that type of stuff. He still didn't have any blood over him. If he would have stabbed him like that and withdrew the knife back out of him, blood would have been on the knife, which means that blood would have been on his hands and his clothes. A bloody handprint would have been on the bleachers from him when he peeked back out of that damn tent. All of that stuff. And we're finding out that none of this stuff happened. None of these forensics, no expert witnesses was called to show that he even had epilepsy. And they said that the epilepsy could have contributed to his fear of them beating his ass. And I honestly don't want to hear about why he just didn't move. Why the fuck did he have to move? He don't have to move because they say he need to move. They wanted him to move. They didn't even need him to move. They just wanted him to. Until we get an answer from them as to why they wanted him to move, why it was so urgently necessary for him to move, in their opinion, why didn't they get an adult if he was mouthing off and doing all this other shit? Why didn't they get an adult to come and tell him, you know, you can't be over here, young man, you know, go to another tent or whatever the case may be. But again, it was looked like it had been a bad storm. All them other tents were full. So, and they wasn't even in the tent when he was in the tent. So I don't want to hear that shit about them being leaders and all this shit either. And I'm gonna come back with another video because there's something fishy that's going on with Hunter and that damn girlfriend, Austin's girlfriend. Okay, some fishy going on, but I don't buy the story about that either. And also too, the boys, the Hunter and Austin had been arrested for putting racial graffiti, I think, on the school or somewhere for doing racial graffiti. So with all this stuff going on, this should have been the hate crime. They acting like because Austin brought a knife to the thing, that automatically means that he was looking for trouble and looking like he made them come and approach him. They passed other people that didn't go to that school as if they was on the school attendance, but they passed all these other people that was going to the school and let them sit under the tent with no problem. They wasn't even under the tent. They was over at the middle school. So y'all wasn't securing the tent or anything like that because who was securing it when y'all wasn't there? All that time that he had been there before y'all came. Eddie told them that he was in that fucking tent and they came over there because Carmelo probably told Eddie that their team football team was ass, and it was ass, and that's why they wanted to beat up them damn cheerleaders because them cheerleaders probably was saying they was ass and all that shit too because they were ass. They couldn't even beat a team that they hadn't won a game in 3 motherfucking years. So yeah, I'm gonna come back with the other one. I'm gonna talk about the cheerleader shit, and I want to talk about the Hunter and Austin's girlfriend. Okay, but y'all let me know what y'all think about him saying that Austin got stabbed instead, and somebody in the background and the boy saying no, like telling him not to say that shit, to say that it was Carmelo, and then also too them saying that Austin tried to make a move. What move? And got fucked up himself? He tried to make a move and landed on one of y'all knives? Is that what y'all saying? I just want to know. I want to know, because none of that stuff was presented at the trial. None of that stuff was presented at the trial. They ain't have no DNA, no fingerprints, no nothing. Because if he stabbed him in the chest, he should have had blood on him. Austin should have, Carmelo should have had blood on him as well. Why did they make up that he died in his brother's arms and his brother was trying to save him and all this shit, when the other 911 call is of another, I think a coach that was, helping with another person that was trying to give him CPR and shit like that, and was saying, stay with me, Austin, stay with me, Austin, and you're doing good and stuff like that. And it was not his brother. So what was the need to make all that up? And then they're saying now that, when the doctors came out at the hospital, they knew what they was going to say. But I thought he died in his brother's arm at the stadium. So they did this again, like people are saying, to tank that jury pool already. And I feel like that's what they're doing right now with that Nolan Wells case as well, the boy from Mississippi that went missing on that island 4th of July. So let's see what's going on with it. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments section. Until next time, y'all, bye.
Welcome to Tater Talk Lane, come ride with me. Hot tea, real talk, yeah, that's the key. So tune in. Let's talk about